What's up, guys? How's it going? It is Matt here. So, there's a topic that I wanted to address today. So, as you saw in the title, the topic's going to be, dude, you chose the wrong gun. What I mean by that, it's not necessarily make, model, caliber, and stuff like that. It's not necessarily that. What I mean when I say, dude, you chose the wrong gun, is basically if you are really good with one specific gun and you can rely your life on it, you shoot it like a champ and everything else. Why would you carry something that you aren't very good at using? Why would you carry something that you're not the most confident in? Why would you carry something specifically because it's smaller than the gun that you can actually hit the target with? When your life is on the line, you got to ask yourself, did I choose the right gun? Now, what got me thinking about this topic is a couple years ago, I worked for a company where a lot of us actually carried guns. A lot of us carried guns. There's one dude that I worked with a lot, and 90% of the time he was carrying a Bersa Thunder. It was in the small of his back. He couldn't conceal it very well. The way how he was dressed, the way how he wear it, was always standing out. It's a small gun, but it was always standing out. He could never quite conceal it right. To top it off, I've gone shooting with him before. He couldn't hit targets worth a damn with it. He could barely hit the broadside of a barn. He was just a bad shot with it. He has several guns in his house. One of the best gun he had is, I'm not saying he was a competition shooter or anything like that, but he's just an average shooter. The best gun he actually, or the best gun he had that he was actually good with was his Sig Sauer P229. That was his absolute best gun, and it's a very carryable gun, very concealable gun. It's a perfect size. It's a very balanced size that you can conceal it regardless of what you're wearing. Even in a t-shirt, you can conceal a 229. Now, every time we go to a range, he'd always have his 229 with him, and he'd be doing great. He'd be hitting the targets. He was very confident in the firearm. He was very good with the firearm. Like I said, not competition-wise, but as your average citizen, he was really good with a gun. He could hit the target. He might not have had the best in groups, but he had enough of a group in a defensive situation that could save his life. But he also carried his other guns out to the range, and the one gun that he couldn't shoot worth a damn was his Bersa Thunder. Yet, when we were working, he was always carrying his Bersa Thunder. And, it makes you wonder, is like, why did you specifically choose that model? Like, I understand that it's smaller and it's really easy to conceal, but what would happen, say, if you got into a bad situation, you actually have to pull your gun and you have to actually defend your lives or the lives of other people? Can you depend on that firearm, and can you depend on yourself and your personal skills with that firearm to get home safely at the end of the day? So, my question is, dude, why did you choose that gun? Dude, you chose the wrong gun. Now, this is a while back, this is actually in the summer. It wasn't that long ago, it's only winter now. This is back in the summer, I usually, in the heat of the summer, I'm carrying my 38 Special Plus P. If I'm wearing, really, smaller fitting clothes, I'm carrying my 38 Special Snub Nose Revolver Appendix, because it's really easy to conceal, I'm decent with it. I'm not the greatest with it, but it's really easy to conceal. I usually have 2 HRS speed loaders with it too. Now, I remember one day specifically, we were all outside playing. I was out there with the kids. My wife was out there. It was a weekend. And we heard these squealing tires come around the corner. Now, keep in mind, I live in a main road, and rivers on one side and main roads on the other side. Then there's a big park that's next to me, and the parking lot of that park basically goes right up to my backyard. Now, we hear these tires squealing, and I'm outside with all 3 of my kids. My wife's out there doing her yard art. She loves her yard art. My neighbor's out there, old lady, great lady. So we live in a duplex, great old lady. We heard this car's tires just squeal, and then it came running into the park right next to us, dust flying, gravel flying, speeding in and pulling to a stop. Right next to it was another car. Now, both of these cars were kind of older, beat-up cars with spray paint on them. Now, for me, it looks like a gangster car. It looked like gangsters, because I know there's a town that's close by that actually have big gang issues. So it looked like gangsters to me, but in truth, it was just a bunch of teenagers that their parents gave them beat up old cars, or they bought it with their own money, beat up old cars, and they thought it would be kind of cool to spray paint their cars. Now, The reason they pulled in there like a bat out of hell is because they saw a bumper on the side of the road and they wanted to take it home. But when they pulled into that spot, there's probably about 5 teenagers per car, 5 teenagers per car. So I'm out there, my wife was freaking out, my neighbor was freaking out. I was on the alert because these kids came squealing in there, the cars looked like gang cars. I was at the point where I was about to grab my .38 when I saw how many people were actually in the car. And then the thought occurred to me, dude, you chose the wrong gun for today. So, we all make mistakes, all right? We all make mistakes. A lot of us, we have several guns, all right? I have several guns in the house. I train with pretty much all of my guns. I'm all right with my .38 Special Plus B. It's a snubby. It's more my up-close belly gun. If you're on your back, you put it on a belly or whatever it is, and, shoot at point of aim. I also have a SIG P250. I'm really good with that gun. I'm pretty good with it. I'm not the best with it, but I'm pretty damn good with it. My M&P, I'm very consistent, very good with it. My 1911, turns out that's like my best shooting gun that I have in the house right now. I can, no matter what I aim at, I can hit the target. Now, in that situation, I was only carrying my snubby because I could conceal it better. And, now I look back at it and I look at the thing, it's like, that was a really bad choice, because what happened if that was some gangsters in the car and we were going to be doing a drive-by or whatever the heck it was, or home invasion or whatever it was? What would I honestly be able to do? It might work. I might get lucky. I might be able to get a couple shots off and have the other ones run away. But for most part, it probably wasn't the best choice for that specific situation. One 5-shot revolver at 2 speed loaders against about 10 plus guys. Well, a couple girls are in there too. Probably not the best idea, right? So, I just want you guys to ask yourself that question too. Did you choose the right gun for the day? It's kind of like a trend, okay? It's kind of like a trend, okay? The trend of modern day is getting the smallest possible gun you can and carrying it on your body at all times. So a lot of people, they have great guns and stuff like that, and then when they go out and they carry a gun on a daily basis, a little pocket gun, and they like shove it in their pocket, and they don't train with it as much as they train with their other guns, whether it's their Glocks, their M&Ps, Berettas, 1911s, whatever it is. They just don't train that much with those small little guns, but that's the gun that they carry on a daily basis. If you're one of these people, if you've made the mistakes like I've made in the past, you seriously need to think about this. Now, why would I carry a gun that I'm okay with? All right with. I'm hit or miss. I'm not the most confident with it. I'm all right with it. Why would I carry that gun when I know for a fact that there's a specific gun that I own that I could hit pretty much any single thing that I do with it? So comment below, guys, tell me what you think. But seriously, next time you go out and you're strapping on your gun for the day, ask yourself that question. Ask yourself, did I choose the right gun for today? Anyway, guys, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about me, and remember, it's our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other. Peace.